Hey guys, and welcome to the Batcave. As we are only now a few weeks away from Matt Reeves' upcoming The Batman movie, I thought now would be a good time to give you a list of some source material. Some of the things that writer and director Matt Reeves took as inspiration for his story. In fact, there are actually a few comics that Matt Reeves himself has listed as inspiration for the story of The Batman. I'll be talking about those today and a few of the things that I think you should be reading to get ready for The Batman. Let's get into it. We will start with Batman: The Long Halloween, an absolute classic Batman story that explored Batman's year-long investigation into the holiday murders. It's a really engaging detective-style story that features the majority of Batman's classic rogues gallery. And with the upcoming movie featuring Catwoman, the Riddler, Carmine Falcone and the Penguin that we know of, there certainly could be more, it seems that this was a heavily influential story for Matt Reeves. If you want to get in the mood for the film, I would definitely recommend this one. And the benefit of this story is it also has a pretty new animated adaptation that was only released last year. It's a two-parter and is also very good, so if you're not really into reading comic books, you could just watch those instead. Next up we have Batman Ego. Now while many of the comics in this video are based purely on speculation and making a guess based on what we know and the vibes I get from the trailers, this one was one of the ones that Matt Reeves actually stated as a heavy influence for the themes of his movie. The story explores Bruce Wayne's struggles with the darkness that he has taken on to become Batman, and the guilt that he faces when realizing the impact that his actions have on others. It's something that is clear to see when you look at Pattinson's Bruce in the trailer. He's clearly not the happy, cocky playboy that we have seen in other portrayals. He is darker, brooding, clearly struggling with what it takes to be the Dark Knight. This is something I am really looking forward to seeing, because let's face it, it can't be easy to be Batman. The other most clear influence would be Batman Year One. Now while it has been confirmed by Reeves himself that this story is not an origin story, he's actually in his second year as Batman. Batman Year One has many aspects that are likely to be drawn upon for Bruce's second year as a vigilante, though one of the main aspects of influence is more than likely Selina Kyle's part in the story. Year One features her own origins and first encounters with Bruce Wayne that would ultimately inspire her to create her own costumed identity, something that we clearly see in the trailer. Now, I got these three out of the way first, as they are the ones that we know for certain were used as inspiration. In fact, DC are even selling these three as a bundle that you can pick up with the Batman branding all over it. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. I mean, I should be, but yeah, you should pick that up if you're interested in those stories. Okay, now what else would be good warm-up reading material? Well, I'd say a good shout would be Batman Earth One. Jeff Johns and Gary Frank's Batman Earth One reimagined Bruce Wayne's origin and beginnings as Batman in a grounded alternate reality tale that also featured Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin, as the mayor of Gotham City. Not much is really known of the Penguin's role in the Batman beyond his appearances in the trailer, but rumours of the Batman taking place in the Earth One continuity have risen given the multiversal nature of the developing DCEU and the multiple live-action projects currently in development. Let's not forget, we have Pattinson's Batman, we have Ben Affleck's final appearance in the Flash movie, and also Michael Keaton's Batman returning in the Flash as well, so who knows what this may mean for the future of the DCEU. Moving on. Now, with the Riddler clearly being the main villain of the story, we have to give you some good Riddler reading material. And Dark Knight, Dark City was a storyline from Peter Milligan and Kieran Dwyer from the Batman ongoing series that introduced a darker version of Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler, than had previously been seen before in the comics. The dark portrayal of the Riddler was teased in the Batman trailer might make Dark Knight, Dark City essential reading for fans. Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's zero-year Batman story also seems to be an inspiration for the Batman. In the trailers, the streets of Gotham City are flooded with the film's main villain Riddler apparently being the prime suspect. That's very similar to 2013's Zero Year, in which the Riddler blows up a reservoir to flood the city, while a hurricane is also assaulting Gotham. In the bigger picture, Zero Year also details Batman's growth from a simple vigilante to a hero to the entire city, while also depicting how the Riddler grew to become a supervillain that we know him as now. Many fans began discussing the possibility that Francis Manapul and Brian Bucaletto's run on Detective Comics would be used as inspiration for the upcoming reboot, following photos that captured Colin Farrell with a copy of a trade paperback collecting their run. Now, while the Penguin doesn't actually appear in this comic run, it does feature Batman and the GCPD detective Harvey Bullock working together to uncover corruption in City Hall that could be explored in the Batman. Of course, Farrell could also have just been reading a wide selection for research purposes, but it's still a great run for fans to check out. Finally then, I will leave you with the Court of Owls. While comic fans haven't seen confirmation that the secret society known as the Court of Owls will appear in the Batman, rumours began to develop following the sighting of what appeared to be an owl mask on set. Not only that, but many have pointed out that Battinson's gauntlet things seem to look basically identical to the ones worn by the Talon, a Court of Owls assassin. And there is also a shot in the trailer that features a card from the Riddler that has an owl on the front. I feel like this is too many things to purely be coincidence. The Court of Owls was introduced by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo during their New 52 era of Batman, which revealed the elite secret society's long political hold on Gotham City and connection to Bruce Wayne's parents. It's a fantastic read and one of the strongest Batman stories over the last 10 to 20 years. I would recommend reading it even if it had no connection to the Batman movie. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for today. If you know of any other heavily influential stories that I may have missed, then let me know in the comments down below. Maybe there's some that I haven't even read, who knows? I want to thank you all so much for the support that you've shown this channel over its first few weeks. In the first 7 days, I think it was, we flew past 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy. Hopefully, I can repay you all by giving you some awesome Batman content that you'll all enjoy. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh dear.